Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my tube. I worked at IRS for a decade. The stuff I tell you is kind of sometimes inside information. Very few people tell you what's really going on. They're advertising themselves all the time. I was the IRS, so it's probably really important you pay more attention to former IRS agents across the board, not just me. So I have by the way, I've been on the national news a lot. You can just go to my website at 777irs.com. Anyway, my subject is years of unfiled payroll tax returns. Everyone talks about, gee, I haven't filed my personal tax returns, but what happens if you haven't filed back payroll taxes? What should you do and what can you expect from the IRS? I was a former revenue officer, so I used to knock on doors at the time and try to go after people who haven't filed. 941s are very critical to IRS. Listen to me, very critical. Why? They're not taxes. They're money that you held in trust. So if a revenue officer gets your case or anybody gets your case, they're going to want to collect that money, find out what's going on, and see if your business needs to operate or your business needs to shut down. Once you have years and years of unfiled returns or even a year of it, IRS is, once you get behind that 8 ball, it's really hard to recover from that. Why? Well, you have to go ahead and pay your back 941 taxes and file them. You got to stay current as well. So at that point, you have to really take a really good look at your business and seeing, well, if I can't pay my taxes, what is IRS going to do? The first thing that you need to know is you need to file all your tax returns as soon as you possibly can, whether you have the money or not. There are laws on there, if you haven't filed years of payroll taxes, that IRS can go after you criminally for not paying these taxes on employment taxes and 941, and there's trust fund taxes all attached to that. So what you have to do, very simple, file your 941s, get them on the system. This way IRS knows you're trying to do something. The next thing you need to do, if you're listening to me now, is make your first 941 tax deposit. So now you're showing IRS you're getting current. So now two good things has happened. You have filed your back tax returns, and this very month you've stayed current. What you want to do is every month, whatever your deposit requirements are, you want to continue to keep that up. So when IRS contacts you or you contact them, you say, hey, I have filed all my 941s and I'm trying to stay current. So what's going to happen next? It all depends where the case is. If a revenue officer has your case, they're going to want to take two financial statements, a business financial statement and a personal financial statement. I used to do that for a living. And they're going to find out, well, can you really survive the way that you're going? Should you file an offer in compromise to wipe out the debt? The only way you can determine what you have to do lovingly is to have someone review your IRS financial statement that's going to go in and set up a game plan. Should you keep your business open or do you want to keep up the fight? So that's where you need somebody, anybody, me, whoever you want, to say, hey, what do I really need to do here? If you have assets, it's one thing. If you don't, it's another thing. But you've got to get your 941s at least filed and on the system. And with that, try to at least stay current on your 941s. You'll look a lot better to IRS. If you need me, call me. When you call our office, I pick up all the calls, just so you know. But remember, stay current. If you would, give me a subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. File your tax returns, whether you pay them or not.